Journal. I don't know how many of y'all journal, but I keep years and years of journals with me. Like every new place I move to, I got them in like a suitcase, and I just keep them. I just be having these joints with me, and I really wanted to stress the importance of recording all of your failures and your wins. Even though failure is like what's failures, it depends. But what I'm just saying is, the feeling that when you're not doing well, like writing when you're not doing well and when you're doing well, and then reading that shit later, it like it really puts things into perspective for you. Like you realize things that you may be stressed out about now. You've always been stressing about that shit. You know what I'm saying? Or ways that you felt. You've always really felt that way. It's not a new thing. Or you can trace like experiences that made those feelings come back up, whether it was anger or rage or jealousy or love. Like you can trace it back. And when you're not doing well, like when you maybe you're not getting your reps in, you're not working out like you can, like if you've documented your journey, you know what I'm saying? Like it don't even gotta be like it's not gonna be every day. You're gonna miss days and shit. But if you have like documentation of your journey through your ups and downs, you can go back and look and see how capable you are of reaching certain points. You know what I'm saying? Um, it's just helpful to see. And it's helpful to see to trace how far back you've been doing certain things. Like for me personally, like I started, changing the stuff that I eat. I started putting attention on like, how much I was watching porn or masturbating, um, exercise. Uh, when you notice things, like when I noticed things about myself, like I started to track it. You know what I'm saying? Especially when I might have handled things in a certain way, or I walked into a situation with like through in lust. You know what I'm saying? Or I walked into a situation and like wanting to control something that I couldn't really control. Um, but yeah, like journaling will show you like who you are, who you've been, and who you've always wanted to be. Uh, I think that's a really powerful tool. Another thing, yo, you know how it's like it's so many YouTube videos of people talking. It's so many lectures, just lives like this. You know what I'm saying? You might be listening to me talk right now. And a lot of times, like when you find yourself searching motivation or searching solitude motivation or searching socializing skills, like just searching things that you're looking for, but you already then been trying to work on, you've been working out that problem for years. A lot of times, like when I find myself searching on YouTube to listen to other people to talk to, it's like it would be better for me to hear my own voice most of those times. Most of the time that I'm like listening to other people talk, you know what I'm saying? Whether I'm looking for inspiration or motivation or um sometimes even information, but I might be looking for the same information to pique my to trigger my interest, you know what I'm saying? Uh back into something. But a lot of times I really could it's better when I hear my own voice. So that's connected to journaling because you literally you're the narrator, you know what I'm saying? So it's people out here with great advice and information and just with great stories, you know what I'm saying, that you can learn from. And that's rich. um but when you got to talk to yourself. You got to talk to yourself. Like you got to fucking talk to yourself, man. sometimes I don't be wanting to talk to myself because I be mad at myself about something, where I be feeling like a little like negative way about something that I might have did, or I just may have had a negative experience that bothered me so much that I just don't even want to talk about it. But it's almost like I'm starting to feel like listening to all these motivational speakers is like crowding my mind. It's like clutter in my mind. You know what I'm saying? Because even if I do resonate, or I do like, it does strike a chord when I'm listening to somebody deliver a message. Even if that happens, I am. It's like I'm second. It's like a secondhand thing. It's secondary because I'm realizing something through somebody else's story. You know what I'm saying, and that's fine. That's okay. But I think that when I go back and I read my journals from like 4 years ago, that's way more impactful. Or even in these moments when I'm talking to myself, that should be way more impactful. It'd be way more impactful. It's like I'm direct to the source. You know what I'm saying? Everything, all my worries, all my concerns, all my fears are addressed in the conversations that I have with myself. When I'm listening to somebody else talk, I'm looking at a whole nother face. They might have a different story. Some of it I may resonate with it, some of it I may not. And it's like I'm kind of like I'm it's like I think that shit is good. I think that shit really helped me out in a lot, especially but it usually helps me when the information is new. If I'm looking for like, new information and I'm getting new information, that's a little bit different. You know what I'm saying? It's like it might be some shit I didn't know in there. But sometimes you find yourself needing the same information, the same messages. I need to be alone right now. I need to I need to take better care of my health because people in my family have done a terrible job with it and passed on these things to me that I don't want to pass on to my kids. Uh, it's just it's the thing, the messages the things you need to do. You know what I'm saying, for yourself and for your children. Like, um, that's what you know. That's what you know that you need to do. Like that's you already know it in your mind, and you know why you need to do that shit, and you know so much about it. But as you're going through the ebbs and flows of life in different situations, you know what I'm saying, you may find yourself in a new situation that makes it a little bit harder for you, or makes it, make the you might be stunted a little bit, or you might be staggering from taking an L somewhere along the line. But you already have downloaded certain information into your mind. It's already been downloaded. You already downloaded it. I've already downloaded it, why I don't want to eat meat, or I don't have a desire to eat meat, or why I don't need to drink, or why I don't need to smoke weed. I've already downloaded that shit into my brain. You feel me? And that doesn't mean that I've just ever never eaten meat or smoked weed or drank alcohol since then, or you know what I'm saying? No, that's not the case. But it's been downloaded, and it's like sometimes when you go looking for that shit outside of yourself, it's like you telling yourself that you didn't download it. You know what I'm saying? It's like you telling yourself that you don't get it, or that you don't know, but you do know. So it's like you instilling doubt in yourself. You know what I'm saying? By by looking for somebody else to save you with information that you've already downloaded. You feel me? So yeah, man, like a lot of times it really is helpful to talk to other people. You know what I'm saying? Um, it is. But a lot of times it's also very, 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 very helpful and conducive to your like overall health to talk to yourself. Talk to yourself. Then you can learn like the shit that you wouldn't say to other people, but you'll say to yourself. Like it's certain conversations that I won't even get into with other people because I don't want to know. I don't want to feel what they feel about it. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to. It's just like, see, it's just sometimes motherfuckers is just are not, people are not the best, the best, place for you to pass along information, for you to, you know what I'm saying? Like, sometimes that information is for you. Think about it like this. So you downloaded the information, right? You downloaded the information. Now, the information is still downloaded. You know what I'm saying? When you go to sleep, when you wake up, when you go to work, the information is still downloading into your mind. Now, say while that information is downloading, you're socializing heavily, and, beyond the means or the capacity that you have to socialize. You're out a lot. You're having a lot of conversations. You're talking to people who can't really help you with a lot of shit. You know what I'm saying? Can't even help you with which where you're going. Um, Now, when you're doing that, the information that you downloaded that you need to help you complete your mission is still being downloaded. But when you go out and then you having conversations with all of these people, and you're receiving all of their ideas, all of their opinions, all of their emotions, the vibe, the aura, the, you know what I'm saying, all of it, and you mixing with all those people, they have information with them too that they carry. So you're still downloading information that you decided when you was home by yourself. This is what I need to complete my mission. Boom, I'm downloading. But now you done mixed up with all of these other people who are who knows what they've been doing. You know what I'm saying? Some's gonna be good, some's gonna be bad. Some of it's gonna be in order, some of it's gonna be cluttered. But you mix it with all these other people. What's gonna happen to the information that you've been downloading? Some of that shit is going to get lost in translation. You know what I'm saying? Some of that shit is going to get, something's going to happen to the information that you're trying to download within yourself. So then you don't have to keep doing this thing over and over and over and over and over again. You know what I'm saying? Um, Making the same mistakes over and over again is because it didn't click the first time. I think what really makes shit click is shit really click when you're by yourself. I'm not gonna lie to you. I think that. I think that it happens when you're with other people too. It can, but I feel like mostly things in your mind, like lessons in your mind, really click when you're. You don't have to be like in a room with yourself. You could be around another person, but when you're in here, when you're like, not talking about being in your mind. I'm not even talking about just the mind. I'm just saying when you're in here, shit really clicks. You know what I'm saying? I think it's just less distractions, it's less noise, so there's more focus. Think about all the chatter that happens in your head already. That's just you know what I'm saying? Now let's get 10 people in the same fucking room, and let's listen to all of the voices in all of their heads. That's like 100 people right there. That's like 100 voices, you know what I'm saying? So you already have to battle the chatter of your own self. You know what I'm saying? You already have echo chambers that you're creating within your own self. Uh, so it's like it's hard enough just with you because you're not just one person. But I think that we be when like people say shit all the time that we hear all the time. You looking for answers that you already have. You know what I'm saying? People say that all the time. The answers are in you. People say shit all the time. People say this shit all the time. We've heard this shit so many times, but it's not like it's real. It's really real. It's really some real shit. It's really some real shit that does not click until you experience it in a certain way. You know what I'm saying? It might not even click the first time you experience something, but you might have to experience it in a certain way or with a certain perspective, But yeah, it's really good that I don't like to be guarded. So I think that's why, like, I think a part of being like alone and like in your solitude, like there's like a regard, there's like a guard that comes with that. Usually, people who spend most time by themselves are like on some like protective shit. Like they protect they're sensitive around other people, and they really need to protect their energy, um, because they may be more sensitive than other people. Uh, so that's like a defense mechanism. The way I see it, it's like a defensive thing, but it's also it's not just saving money, but it's making money too. You know what I'm saying? It's not just defense, it's offense because even though you are protecting your energy when you're with yourself and you're by yourself, you're spending time with yourself, you're going, you're doing your thing. Even when you're doing that, if you are really like, and looking through your shit, uh, like if you're really looking into and digging and investigating yourself, like you're also gaining a lot from that. You know what I'm saying? It's not like you just got your guard up and you're not fighting no more. Like you're still fighting. But it's just always been a difficult thing for me, you know what I'm saying, to be like just by myself. Um on purpose, you know what I'm saying? Like really on purpose. Like a lot of times it's like it's a situational, but as I've gotten older, it's become easier to do. Um Yeah, it's become easier to do. So, man, I'm gonna just say, whatever messages you looking for, like that you really feel like is missing within the shit that you've been doing in life. You know what I'm saying? Whatever you're looking for, you already have that shit, bro. You already have it. You already have it. You whether you like, damn, like I really don't have a lot of friends. I don't really feel connected with a lot of people. Damn, like how do I like you already feel how deep that is. You know what I'm saying? You feel how much it how you just know, you feel that. You know what I'm saying? It's in you. There's gonna be a bunch of stuff that people may have to say that might, push you along in some way. But a lot of shit is gonna come from the conversation. A lot of the best advice is gonna come from the conversation that you have with yourself. If that is, if you're willing to be honest with yourself. So like, let's really just think about this shit, bro. Like what's that movie? Spy Kids, Game Over, where they were in a video game. They're like, who's the guy? Who are you? The guy? Are you the guy? Everybody was pretending to be the guy and shit like that. They was looking for this guy that was gonna break the game and save them. You know what I'm saying? Like to win the whole game for everybody. You feel me? But they was just looking for a messiah. You know what I'm saying? They was looking for somebody that they could believe in more than themselves. And that's what we doing sometimes when we looking at all these like, inspirational, motivational quotes and shit. It's like it sound good, in that moment, but it ring empty a lot of times. Um, so really, no, remember, like you're the person that's gonna save you. You're the person that's gonna complete the mission. You're the person that's gonna it's gonna be you. It's not gonna be nobody else. Like, you know what I'm saying? You're gonna receive help along the way, but if you don't allow yourself the space to grow, you know what I'm saying, you're not gonna get there. If you don't allow yourself the silence, you know what I'm saying? If you don't go in some silence, you know what I'm saying? If you don't get away from the noise, uh yeah, it's just gonna show. It's gonna show. So you are your own savior. It's you. It's not nobody else. It's not nobody with a YouTube channel. It's not no celebrity. It's not your favorite rapper. You know what I'm saying? It's not your dad. It's not your mom. It's not your brother. It's not your sister. It's not your girlfriend or your wife or your husband or your boyfriend. It's not none of those people. It ain't Malcolm X. It ain't none of them icons that we love and we look up to. It ain't that. It's really you. It's really you. And all of that is you. And it's been downloaded in you in a strong way. And if you really dig into yourself, you'll go and you'll find uh those Malcolm X's and those all those messages and that wisdom that you looked outward for. You'll find it inside. You know what I'm saying? Because you downloaded that shit. Um and it resonated with you for a reason. So look to yourself, you know what I'm saying? If you're having a fucking shitty ass day, if you're having a shitty ass life, year, month, write it down. You know what I'm saying? Write it down, and record that shit, document that shit. And then, you know what I'm saying, the next day, read some of it, you know what I'm saying, as weeks go by, as months go by, you know, keep writing, keep journaling, and then go back and you're gonna see, damn, this day was way worse than this day. And you're gonna see like some days are better than others. You're gonna see, wow, I did really good here. You're gonna, you know what I'm saying? It's gonna put things into perspective for you, so that it's not like you just, you know, in the middle of the ocean, you know what I'm saying? Just, you know, wading in the water. Like, nah, man, you know, it's, you know, it's gonna help you get out that slave mentality, that slave shit. You know, you have a lot more control than you realize. So yeah, journal, talk to yourself, uh, and surprise yourself, please yourself. Don't aim to please other people. You know what I'm saying? It's just you, man. Peace. I'm gonna get out of here. Going about my day. Uh, no matter who's watching, no matter who's listening. Don Ali.